Hello, my friends. Welcome. My name is Geeta. For those of you I don't know, and for those of you I do know, a hearty, happy welcome. And let me make this a little bigger so I can see y'all. There we go. And please know that from the bottom of my heart to you, I say happy winter solstice. I'm absolutely thrilled to do this. It was kind of a last minute idea. So I know a lot of you will be watching on replay. And whenever and wherever you're watching this, I hope that you take this next half hour in the spirit that it's offered, that it may bring some light, a little rest, a little respite into your life. So here's how class is going to go today. I'm going to fix this volume so we don't have things pinging at us. I'm going to chat just for a few minutes about the solstice, its significance to us as spiritual seekers, a little bit about how we can sort of utilize the energy of this time of year to bring our bodies, minds, and souls into harmony with one another. And then, especially, how we can bring that out into the world. And then we'll do a deep relaxation. That's it. So, quite simple. So, I really invite you now to prepare your space a little bit wherever you are. Maybe you want to get a pillow, a blanket, adjust the lighting in the room. If you were here in my studio with me, you'd smell that there's incense going. I have some candles on the mantle. Maybe make your space a little comfy and a little cozy while I'm chatting right now so that you can really settle in by the time we get to the deep relaxation and feel like your space is really well accommodated for you. Little caveat, I'm going to warn you, we may have some dogs barking here and there because there's been quite a lot of deliveries due to the holiday festive season here at Three Dog Farm. UPS and Amazon and all kinds of folks are coming by. So you might hear a cacophony of dogs, but we'll just let that be part of the experience because we do have 3 of them. And once one starts, away they go. Okay, so today is the solstice. My goodness. The 3 days before the solstice, the day of the solstice, and then the 3 days following are a really auspicious time to connect with your spiritual practice and to take that time to do a little bit of reflection and a little bit of practice that helps to orient sort of your inner world in the direction of your dreams so that it can come forth through the rest of the year. So I guess I'll start from sort of a planetary perspective. Why not? Let's go planetary. Actually, let's go universal perspective. It's quite easy in the modern age to forget that our physical bodies are designed to be in alignment with the cycles of day and night. And they are aligned, particularly depending upon our ancestry or where we were born and where we live. They're aligned with the flow of the seasons. And it's very easy to forget that that's actually a thing that our physical system craves and requires. We need the sun and we need the darkness to help trigger our circadian rhythms, the rhythms of our body, to prepare us for sleep so that we can rest, digest our food. Our bodies quite literally depend upon these rhythms of nature for its harmonious functioning as a physical system, especially regarding sleep, rest, food, digestion, primary indicators that we need to keep our physical machine humming along. We kind of forget that because it gets dark, we turn on a light. We're a little sleepy, we want to sleep at a different time, we just shut the blinds and block out the sun. And we sort of forget that there is this innate wisdom and power in our bodies, and which extends to our mental capacity as well, that when we align with this universal rhythm of the planets and their orbits, that naturally our physical body can move into more homeostasis. And then our mind in turn is like, hey, my body feels pretty good. It's easier then for our mind to relax. So, moving into this sort of harmony of recognizing the cycles of nature, I keep pointing outside because the sun is right out there today. I feel like her presence is like with us. So, by aligning our intellect and our physical system with these rhythms of light and dark on this planet that we live on, helps our physical system move into harmony, which helps then our mind move into harmony, and then our soul, spirit can more easily come forth. And from there, the dreams kind of just happen. They just are happening rather than force. So, a little review. I was going over this with my hubby earlier today. I need something to play our sun. We'll use this cup of water as our sun. I was talking about this to my hubby earlier. He was like, "Yeah, I learned all of that in the fourth grade." And I was like, "Yeah, but how much of us actually integrate this into our daily life in terms of understanding why this is significant?" So, a little primer on the universal aspect of our solar system and how we operate around the sun. We usually say sunrise. Today is the winter solstice, so it's the shortest day of the year. We get the least amount of light here in the northern hemisphere. I happen to live near Boston. And we tend to say the sun rises at blah, blah, blah hour and the sun sets at blah, blah, blah hour. But that is a lie. That's incorrect. The sun doesn't rise and set. The sun is 90, represented here by this glass. The sun is 93 million miles away from where we are sitting right now. 93 million miles away. It's a dwarf star that's there. It's not like chasing around the sky, chasing us around and rising and setting. Sun is there. Here's our Earth represented by my index finger. We go around the sun. One whole trip takes about a year. That's how we get that calculation. While we're going around, we also spin. Whee! We're rotating around the sun and we're spinning at the same time. The spinning of the Earth gives you the day and the night. We turn towards the sun, turn away. So there's us. However, we have this cool little thing is that we also wobble a little bit on our axis when we turn. Sometimes, as we're going around the sun, doing that big circumnavigation, like a pilgrimage around the sun. And as we're spinning, we're also tilting at the same time. I should have had like much better illustration of this than my finger, but we tilt towards the sun and then we tilt away. So we've been tilting away gradually and gradually and gradually for a number of months now. And after today, we gradually start to tilt back towards the sun, back towards the light, which gives us increased sensation of longer days here on the planet. So isn't that cool? A full year to go around, a day revolution gives us day and night. The tilt of the earth back and forth gives us seasons, gives us those longer bits of light. Shall I drink the sun? There we are. Okay. So here's why I'm harping on about this. It is actually us who turns towards the light. We tend to think the sun rises, the sun sets. We get more this, we get more that. But it's actually us here on Earth that we change our orientation to the sun that gives us that light. So it is actually us, in a way, doing the work. And I like to think of this as an analogy for us as spiritual seekers, where very often we can look to a person, a lineage, a style, a religion, science, poetry, music, whatever our jam is, a nihilistic view, whatever your particular worldview or faith practice or belief system is, we tend to look at that thing as being truth, as that thing as being reality, as that thing as being something that is external to us and is also something that, yeah, is true and real. However, with this sort of analogy of we are the ones that tilt to the sun and tilt away and move and orbit around it, if we have our sort of belief system there in the middle, represented by the sun, it's actually the job of this seeker to turn themselves towards the light, to allow the ego to be quiet and allow that possibility that we don't know everything, nor do we need to know everything. And that it's our job instead to turn towards the light, to turn towards that which we believe and are wanting to embody in our life with these qualities of humility, compassion, respect, and allowing the ego to be a bit quiet. So in this regard, I personally think that it's my job as a seeker is to embody a quality of turning towards the light, of turning towards the practices I hold dear. For me, yoga has been a really nice sort of ladder to climb and practices to help me just be. But whatever your belief system is, it's actually the quality of the seeker's mind and the seeker's heart operating by turning towards that belief system rather than needing the belief system to do all of the work. God, when I can't like talk to you like in person, it's hard to see if this is landing because usually I would see people going like, "What is she talking about?" or like nodding along. All of this is just to say that is essentially the quality of the student that determines the quality of the teacher. It's the quality of the disciple that determines the quality of the guru. It's the quality of the scientist that determines the quality of the science, the experiment that is done. It's your orientation to that which you are seeking that really determines the power and truth of that. So when we are oriented to our sun, to our belief system, it is a great time then because our ego is more quiet and we're more attuned to a higher aspiration within ourselves. That's the time where we can plant a seed in our consciousness that becomes then a guiding principle for our life. And that seed of consciousness that we can plant when we're in that orientation of turning towards the light can then take root over the winter. And then in spring, it can sprout. In summer, it can bloom. And next fall, then we can harvest. And next winter, I'll see you right back here on this day, and we can start the cycle over again. So again, in short, thumbnail potted version, align with the systems of the natural world, calm the ego and the mind, bring a receptive and openness to your learning process. And then deep within, plant that intention for what you want to bring forth in the world over the coming year. And then over the seasons, that intention will grow in harmony with the universe that you happen to live in. And then you'll be able to harvest those gifts very easily. So do it. Like, not too many people do this, but let's be those that do this. It's time to be those people that do this. So let's do it. So let's do a little yoga nidra that involves this. And yoga nidra just means guided relaxation. It actually means yogic sleep, which is a talk for another day. I'll talk about that when we lay down a little bit. So get yourself comfy. And as you're getting yourself comfy, let's take all of those words I just said. Let me make sure you guys can see me. Yay. Let's take all of those words I just said and start gathering in your mind's eye an intention for this yoga nidra. So that then this process of yoga nidra or guided relaxation will be a process of both allowing the ego and the mind to calm and quiet, allowing yourself to turn towards your source of power. Today, we're acknowledging the sun, but you may wish to put something else in place of that. Jesus, Mother Mary, science, your grandmother's wisdom, whatever it is, your ancestors' wisdom. So relaxing the ego, aligning the mind with that source of higher consciousness or higher power for yourself, and then planting that seed in your mind of your intention. So that's the process of yoga nidra that we'll use today. So get an intention going. An intention in this that we use today is a sankalpa, Sankalpa. A sankalpa is like a firm resolve. So it's not a wish or a demand. Universe, make me happy. If only, if only. It's an intention that's stated in the present tense as if it's already happening and with enthusiasm. So, examples of a sankalpa, a firm intention. It's really that quality that you wish to embody. So, I am radiant health. I am prosperous. I have a razor sharp intellect. I am humble. I am curious. I am open. I am wise. I am loving. I am loved. I am peaceful. I am patient. You got the vibe, right? So pick something for you that really embodies that quality that you wish to plant deep inside your consciousness today. Move into alignment with the natural world so that over this coming season, as you continue to remind yourself of this intention, this sankalpa, it will grow naturally. And if you don't have some big grand arching thing, for the yearly cycle of the seasons, whatevs, pick what you need to do today, right? Maybe you just need patience today or energy. So keep it simple always and get yourself comfy. Can be really nice to lay down for this. Cover yourself with a blanket, pillow under the head, maybe something under the knees. If you like your knees up a little bit, you can be on a couch, in a chair. You can do this seated. You could do this in your car, but only if you're parked somewhere. Not recommended to do this while driving for obvious reasons. You can listen to this on an airplane, on a train, in a bus. However you like to use it is perfect. So get yourself settled. You might want to put on a little quiet music in the background. Just because the live stream, I can't monitor the sound. I don't use live music, but usually in person, I like that nice sound in the background. And get yourself settled in, wiggle around a little bit, move a little bit. Maybe a full body stretch. And as your body settles into some stillness, make any little adjustments you need. Feel free to kind of fidget and wiggle around. Think of it like you're setting up a really cozy nest. So you're nesting in for a nice winter's nap here. I feel a poem coming on. All right. Maybe a few cycles of breath in and out. Cleansing breath in and out. Knowing for the next 10 minutes or 12 minutes or so, you can start to let the outside world fade away a little bit. Any actions that you did to bring you here now, those can also just kind of fade away. And anything that's coming up in the future, you can simply just place to the side. You can even do a little imagery and imagine just putting those thoughts in a basket and putting that basket on a shelf and say, I'll see you in a little while, and know that you can come back and pick up that basket when you're ready. It's nice to give them a little place to sit and relax. Now wiggle around a minute and get really comfy, really settle in. Just becoming aware of the whole body resting here. And knowing that this yoga nidra, is a process of yogic sleep. We're neither sleeping nor awake, but just connecting to your higher consciousness. But it's not necessary that you feel any certain way or have any particular experience, or that you feel relaxed, or that you feel particularly enlightened. It's just a process that you can practice. And as you feel your whole body beginning to settle in, starting to allow any tension to drop. There can often be a subtle kind of holding of the body, Let it really settle into the surface beneath you. And for our Yoga Nidra, we'll be using the power of the sun on this solstice to help the physical body relax even more deeply. Moving part by part through all the parts of the body, one by one, helping them to release. And you can allow my voice just to be a companion, not necessary to listen very carefully to all the words, but just let them be a gentle guide, a little sound in the background, helping you to connect with your light. Now bringing into your mind's eye your sankalpa, your intention for your practice today. Repeat your intention 3 times. Feeling as though you can plant it like a shining light deep inside the brain. Then releasing that intention and bringing into your mind's eye a shining image of the sun, following your own intuition for the imagery of the sun. Sunrise, sunset, high noon, picking the color and temperature, an image of the sun that's perfect for you today. Intensify that sensation of the sun, seeing it in your mind's eye, and also feeling its warmth. And this is a very special light. It's unique to you and your relationship to yourself and the natural world. So now strengthening that connection by allowing that light to move through your body from the toes to the top of the head, part by part, allowing each body part down to the cells, to the electrons, to the very center of cells, receive this healing and relaxing light, beginning first with the toes, stretching and spreading the toes, taking a breath in, hold the stretch of the toes just for a moment, then exhaling and allowing the toes to relax, allowing the light to move through the toes, relaxing them completely. Then this light can move through the bottoms and tops of your feet, releasing them. This healing light can move through the calves, shins, and knees. Light moves through the lower legs, hips, releasing them. Light moves through the base of the spine, up through the low back, middle, and upper back, through the shoulders, upper arms and elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, and fingers. Allowing the light to move through the lower abdomen, from deep inside the abdomen. Each internal organ is bathed and released in this healing light. This healing light moves up through the rib cage, rib by rib, releasing and relaxing. Bringing your awareness through your heart, allowing this light to release this great muscle, your heart, filling it with the shining light. The light easily moves through the collarbones, the back of the neck, sides of the neck and throat, the jaw, cheeks, lips, tongue, teeth, nose, eyes, forehead, temples, ears, sides of the head, back of the head, top of the back of the head, and top of the head. Whole body full of the shining, relaxing light. Resting within this light. Receiving the vibration of the peace chant deep within. Om Jyoti, Om Jyoti, Om Jyoti, Om, Om Jyoti, Om Jyoti, Om Jyoti, Om, Om Jyoti, Om. And quietly into your consciousness, allow your intention to come forth into this light. Repeating your intention slowly and mindfully 3 times. Om. At this point, you may wish to continue relaxing, or you can gradually bring the body back to wakefulness by moving, stretching, and taking some breaths throughout the rest of this winter season. Each time you see the sun is an opportunity to remember your intention, to turn your body, mind, and soul to the light, bringing the qualities of a humble seeker, that your highest aspirations may be the guiding force for all that you do. From me and all the doggies and chickens and wild things here at Three Dog Farm, a very happy, blessed, peaceful, prosperous winter solstice. May this season bring you inner wisdom, happiness, peace, and prosperity and longevity. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to you.